Hi there, it's Tank Girl, and this is the unboxing of the LG Sentio, which is a feature phone on T-Mobile. T-Mobile sent me this and wanted me to quickly take it for a spin. I don't generally do feature phones, I tend to call them dumb phones. So, but I played with it a bit and I took a look. So let's unbox this for you guys, and you can have a look and judge for yourself. Oh, there it is. So let's give you a little size comparison to start so you get your bearings. Here's an iPhone next to it, and here's a Nexus 1 next to it. Now these are not the smallest phones in the world, but as you can see, this is not a very big phone. And it's not a very thick phone either. As you can see, it's pretty small and pretty thin. So it's not bad in that sense. It's pretty lightweight. I still have the stickers on the buttons. There's a camera button here. So let me give you a quick tour. The bottom here you have a talk, back, and hang up button. This is a standard user interface for LG's dumb phones. And here is a cover that hides the micro USB charging port, which is also used for audio output. So this doesn't actually have a dedicated headphone connector. And then on this side here you got the volume rocker, also covered by a sticker that I should remove. And lanyard, and the power, actually this is the lock button. The power is actually down here with the call. So this is the lock button, and I also covered with a piece of tape right now. And on the front here you have the T-Mobile logo and the earpiece, and the screen is resistive, it's not capacitive. And in the back you have the LG logo, if my camera wants to focus, and a 3 megapixel fixed focus camera. This does not have autofocus. Under the door here you have the battery, a micro SD card slot with no card included, and of course the SIM card from T-Mobile. So, pretty straightforward here. Small phone, lightweight, feels pretty solid. I wanted to know, this is the first LG phone ever on T-Mobile, so that makes it a little unusual, and it feels really well made for an affordable entry-level phone. Now let me show you what's in the box so we can dispense with those pleasantries. So here's a little partition, inside of which you will find the manuals, which are shrink wrapped. I haven't opened them yet. So it's the start guide, and then got probably a warranty, etc. guide, and then in the rest of the box here we have an AC adapter, standard USB charger. We have a micro USB data cable and charging cable. As you can see there, standard micro USB, as everything else these days. I think this is USB, yeah it is. For a second there I had doubts that it might be a proprietary plug, and I would have been pretty upset. And here's the very unusual proprietary headset with this weird micro USB plug on the end. I've seen some made in China curved phones use the same connector, so it's probably a standard thing. And that's it for the box. So let me just, I used this very briefly. I turned it on and played with it. Let me just show you something. There's a couple of things that stuck out. The first one is that the phone is actually really quite snappy. It's a feature phone, it's an entry-level phone, it's not very expensive, and generally the UI can be a little sluggish. Now, this is very similar in UI to some of the other LGs I've played with. Check my other unboxings. I had the Arena and the BL40 chocolate recently. And this is not as high-end, but it's got the same concept, which is called S-Class, I believe. It's a variation on the S-Class. And here's the T-Mobile logo. And so I wanted to show you that it's actually relatively snappy if it's done booting. So if I tap on something, here's the UI, and if I change tabs, as you can see, things move along really nicely. which I was quite surprised by. Let me give you another example. Let's go into the web browser. As you can see, it just loads. Of course, it's 3G, so it's connecting to T-Mobile's 3G service here. And it gives me my choices of, let's try Facebook. And so you get a feel for how quick or how slow this is. So as you can see, it's not bad. Like it did load that pretty quickly for a feature. What I did notice is that it somehow got stuck on some of the web pages I tried. It doesn't want to give you the option of the full view of a page when there's a mobile version available for that page on the website, at least on some sites I visited. The resistive touchscreen kind of reduces the responsiveness a little bit, but I haven't tried the camera much, other than to notice that it was a fixed focus camera. And you can look at your pictures here. There's really not that many, since I didn't take any. What else is there to say? I tried installing Java apps. This supports Java apps. Let me bring that up. I think it's under media. No, this is not what I wanted. I think this was the this is a voicemail client. But games and apps here. So it comes with a bunch of games. So I figured since it supports Java, I should try installing some Java apps. I tried installing Google Maps, and it installed fine, but it wouldn't let it access the network. But it does come with Google Maps, so that's probably not the best example. I tried installing Google Mail, actually, and it again installed fine, but wouldn't let it access the network. So this is a restriction that's been on a lot of T-Mobile's phones over the years, and I find it kind of annoying. You know, if you're going to give people a dumb phone, might as well have it at least be able to download Java apps that access the network. So that way you can have your own IM clients and your own, you know, web clients, or like Opera or email clients, and you know, at least they did bundle Google Maps. Let me see if I can find it. I can't remember where they placed it. Maybe in here somewhere. More. There's Google Maps, and it works quite well. And I don't want you guys to know exactly where I am, but I'm around this area of San Francisco. And so, here we are. To exit, obviously, you have to actually use the exit menu. There we go. So, you know, it's nice that they bundled that with it. It's unfortunate that any Java app you want to install will not be able to access the network. It doesn't give you too many alternatives and choices. I haven't had a chance to put music on this yet to listen. Of course, with the supply headphones, it's not going to be that great since there's no standard headphone jack. I haven't had a chance to take the pictures yet, but with fixed focus, you know the limitations. Ultimately, I believe this is selling for $60 or $70 on a 2-year contract. The Nokia E73 mode is selling for the same price. I know it's not a touchscreen phone, but I'd say you're better off with a smartphone with a bunch of apps and much more power, like Exchange support and all that. Then again, you know, maybe that's not what you want. Maybe you want to have a very simple phone. Maybe this is for your grandma or your mom or your cousin or something, and it'll just do the trick. It does have a QWERTY keyboard. Let me see if I can show you that. And it's actually pretty responsive. Let me type in my blog address here. There. I think this is not right, but you get the idea. For the resistive screen, it's not bad. And see if it'll go there. Anyway, I should probably wrap this up. I am Tank Girl Mobile. My blog is tnkjrella.wordpress.com. Keep an eye out for more on the LG Sentio. Cheers.